What's up, guys? So back to grinding on a little bit of Magic Arena. Been kind of busy, so I haven't had too much time to play. Um, I've mostly been playing some Death Stranding and been watching the League of Legends Arcane series on Netflix, and that's been a pretty good show. Got one more episode to watch, and I'll be caught up for the season. Um, yeah, I've been playing Death Stranding. That's been on sale on Steam, and it's a different game. That I view that as more of a puzzle game than an actual action game. And I'm a huge fan of the Metal Gear series, and while it's not the same as the Metal Gear series, definitely I do enjoy a lot of Kojima's cinematic games. They might as well make a cinematic universe for Kojima. All his games were like 10 minutes of gameplay and 2 hours of cutscenes, which I personally don't mind. I mean, I really do like watching the cutscenes and whatnot, but definitely a really long game because of that. Um, so I managed to get a couple of games in, um, like last night and the night before. But most recently, I've been mostly playing modern, and I'm actually might be heading out tonight or maybe tomorrow to catch a couple more games in before I leave for a business trip, and I'll be out of town for probably about a month or so. So I don't know how much recording and uploading I'll be doing when I'm out of town. Probably we'll try to do some games, but I'll be on a laptop, and the laptop's not, like I can play the games, but I don't know if I'll be able to record the games and be able to, edit and post it, or render it and post it to YouTube. So we'll have to see. So I might go away for a bit of time, you know. So that's basically most of the updates here, in case you were wondering. For the most part, I've still am playing the Reanimator deck, and I actually hit platinum yesterday night, just testing out some stuff in the deck, and it seems to have worked a bit more consistently. So I'll just kind of show you what I've done to it, and it's not much, but definitely think it feels a little bit more smoother. It definitely feels better. Um, so I put the land back to 22 lands, being that I hate mulliganing, especially if I need to mulligan for lands. So 22 lands seems to be the sweet spot here. This deck, you usually want to aim for your third or fourth land, and every land after that doesn't really matter too much. I mean, sometimes you want to hit the fifth land so you can hard cast the Umburial Rites. Um, but most of the time, this deck wins on three lands, and it's been consistently getting pretty good at getting to the fourth land and having payoffs in the grave, and being able to get one of these guys out on by turn four. So what I've done is I traded like I guess power and interaction for more consistency and speed, which I think this deck really needs, because if we're stuck doing nothing with our turns, or we're stuck with like getting flooded out or having a lot of payoffs in our hand, and we're not able to get the combo pieces off, then this deck just doesn't have the ability to win later in the game when your opponents set up their board state or they're applying a lot of pressure to us. So um, the format is not as fast as modern. You don't have those real big, one mana creature threats like Ragavan and um, like Death Shadow. I guess you do technically have Death Shadow in this game, and you do have Darcy, but they are definitely not as strong as they are in modern. So um, you have a couple of turns to try to dig for your combo pieces and maybe answers, and um, hopefully you'll be able to get to the state where you can stabilize with the big payoffs and win from there. So the changes I've made is I included uh the fourth bone shards, um, namely because I guess I didn't really um, I took out. Well, I guess the main thing I took out was I took out Thought Seize. So I like I said, I traded some interaction with my opponent's hand to just either have more answers when they put something on the board that might threaten me, or just not care about what they have in their hand at all. Just establish my board as quick as possible. And if they're spending their time to try to kill my payoffs, hopefully I have more than enough resources in the grave or in my hand to um, still beat them still beat them with my payoffs. So Bone Crusher does essentially two things. It kind of protects us from getting aggroed down really quickly because there are a few decks here that will try to rush you down, and you do have to buy yourself a little bit of time to do that. So Thoughtseize was great for getting rid of some threats, but it wasn't really good at dealing with stuff on the board. And hitting yourself for two, you are also consuming a bit of your time to do that. So rather than trying to interact with their hand as much, um, in the best of one format, I guess we just don't really care at that point. Like we don't really care what they have in their hand. We're just gonna try to beat them or get some payoff out on turn four, and just ignore what their strategy is, um, and hopefully have like a counter spell as our only form of interaction to negate whatever they're trying to do, or if our creatures are disruptive enough, they'll just go ahead and scoop the game right then and there. So yeah, fourth copy of Bone Shard. Bone Shard's also very important in terms of getting rid of Jintaxia. Jintaxia, you can survive a couple of rotation of him drawing your deck out, but you risk of decking yourself out very quickly in this deck. Like you have so many, you have mill cards, you have a bunch of draw cards, and you have Jin. You can literally go through 30 to 40 cards of your deck by turn 4 or 5. Like in some of my games, I just milled out my entire deck. Just doing that. So, um, you need a way to turn him off and get rid of him, and your only real way to do that would be with the Phyrexian Tower, or in this case, it's going to be the Bone Shards. We're going to use Bone Shards to sacrifice Jintaxius, or sacrifice the Stitcher to speed up our deck a little bit more, and to obviously get rid of any potential threats, creature-wise mostly. The only Planeswalker that's really a big threat to us would probably be Narset. Not many people are running Narset, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And Ashiot. And those are the two main cards that will hurt us. Ashiot, for obvious reason, he'll exile our grave, and Narset because she's gonna slow us down a lot, and she's gonna negate our advantage with our drawing cards. So that's what you want to save Bone Shards for. Um, or maybe like if someone's playing a Kaya, for example, but no one's really playing Kaya in their main deck. The other creatures you want to get rid of would be like a Esper Sentinel, or maybe a what's her face Thalia. There you go. Sorry. Those are two white creatures that are basically counter us, or maybe like an ooze. There's some creatures like an ooze where they'll exile our graveyard, so you want to get rid of like those things. So those things pose a threat to us. Be sure to get rid of them as soon as you can, turn them off, and then proceed with your strategy. So that's what the Bone Shard's for. And it's also to get rid of our payoffs in our deck, or in our hand, sorry, and to kind of speed up the process to um, revive them. The other underrated card that I've tried out and have actually liked is Chart a Course. So Chart a Course here kind of does what Faithful Mending does. It's a redundancy, but it allows us to um, kind of control what we want to do. If we want to draw cards and get rid of something, we just cast it. Or if we're behind on cards and we need some card advantage, we can attack with like a Stitch or like a Priest maybe, and then draw two cards. It's like a Pot of Greed basically. So it's add quite a bit of consistency and speed to the deck, which I like. The only real negative is its sorcery speed. So um, that's only real negative. So if you play this and you pitch like a Jin or something like that, it kind of gives away your plan. And so just kind of be careful of that. If your opponent knows that you are trying to reanimate something like the turn after or something like that, they might have an answer. So just be careful of that. Priest at 3, I felt she's at a good number right now. I think I've seen her enough times where I can get a payoff on turn 3 when I need to, or if not, I'm just never gonna cast her during that game. All I'm casting is the Unburial. Getting Unburial into the graveyard by turn 4 is kind of important because you want to be reanimating stuff by turn 4. If possible, latest is turn 5, either with the Priest in the graveyard or with the Unburial in your hand. So the sooner the better. This being the earliest is turn 3, and then second earliest is turn 4. So by turn 3, 4, and 5, that's when you should be reanimating stuff. Turn 1, turn 2, you should be pitching and setting up your graveyard for that scenario. The next card that has done okay is Skyclave. The thing with Skyclave here is it's just to mainly get rid of like a Graviger's Cage or like an Ooze or like a Soul Guy Lantern, something that might or like a Rest in Peace, something that people might main deck to kind of hurt graveyard strategy. Sky Apparition is here to kind of hopefully deal with some of those scenarios, and it's a little bit quicker to play rather than when I was playing Cleansing Nova. So when I used to play Cleansing Nova, it was a lot slower. It dealt with the board, but with this kind of strategy that I'm going for right now, I'm not really worried if my opponent's going wide, because I can oftentimes get Sarah's Embassy in the grave really quickly and not bother board wiping them. I either get her really quickly into the graveyard, revive her, and the game ends there, or if I don't, we just lose. So that's the kind of strategy we're gonna go for. And most of the time, I want to say about 70% of the time, I'm able to get her into the grave, set her up, and my opponent just kind of concedes immediately once they realize they can't deal with her anymore. Um, and so Sky Enclave at 2 is, I think, is fine. The other cool thing is you can also revive him if you need to. You can obviously Unburial or even Shield Rid him out. So he's just another target for reanimation. So I think that's pretty good there. If you don't like Skyclave, then you can also play Portable Hole. Portable Hole is a little bit quicker and a little bit more mana efficient. Um, but I guess that's the only downside is it hits very few things. Where Sky Enclave puts a body on the board, it can be a blocker, and it hits more variety of things. Archmage Charm here, I still like at least 3 in my opinion. I think if you want to cut this down, you could cut it down to 2 and play maybe like a fourth chart the course or something. But I definitely do like having at least 1 or 2 counter spells in my hand when I do finally get my board set up, if I haven't already used them. So I just like seeing that there to kind of counter anything that might board wipe me or set me back. Um, let's see here. There was one other point I wanted to make, but I don't quite remember. Yeah, in terms of the side deck here, I kind of just kind of clean it a little bit to make it look a little bit less messy. So not much has changed there. Um, I think the main thing here is, yeah, the lands are still pretty much the same, so nothing's changed there. Yeah, so I think the addition of Chart of Course has really made it so that I can keep more greedy hands. And that way, because this deck you're already minusing yourself quite a lot, so you don't really want to mulligan if you have to, like, if you have like no lands in hand, obviously just mulligan. But with 1 or 2 lands, you should be able to play the deck in the opening hand. Um, so you should be able to keep a little bit more greedy um, opening hands. So that's one thing Chart Cards does, and it does make up some additional resources in case you start running dry on hand. Let me think if there's anything else I want to mention. What else is that? Yeah, so that's really it for this card. I I played maybe, I want to say about 10 games yesterday or so. I was at Go 2, Go 2, and I climbed to about, I think I'm almost Plat 3 now, based off the couple of games I did play. And yeah, I've actually only lost one game yesterday, and that was kind of a surprise to me too. So out of like the 10 or 11 games I did play, I lost one game, and the only game I lost to was to another combo deck. So their combo was making infinite tokens and healing infinitely. I potentially could have won, but he managed to get a Johnny out on the board and wipe my Sarah's Embassy off and attack me with his like 100 tokens or whatever. And that was why I lost, because I could have won in the sense that I was gonna be able to put out maybe 20 to 20 like 25 power the turn after and had counterspell up, but my I was stuck on 3 lands. Like if I had one additional land, I probably would have won because I had the Archmage Charm and the Boring Klex. But as I was trying to get rid of some of his stuff, I just couldn't um have my counterspell up to negate any potential board wipe, and he just board wiped me and attacked me. So that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it was kind of a crazy game. He had maybe 50 elf tokens on the board because he had the tree that untaps for every time you heal, and he had the enchantment whenever you can tap the creature to make an elf token, and he had a way to heal. So he just kept untapping, tapping, untapping, tapping, make a bunch of like tokens. But I could easily put out 30 power, even if he had like 100 health or 200 health. It would take us a couple of turns to take that down, and most likely he could have not gone infinitely because of the timer on arena. So I thought I had a chance there, but he just board wiped me and unfortunately smacked me with a million tokens. So yeah, to kind of prove that point, I right here, so I'm sitting at plat 4 right now. So I was started at gold 2. Basically went undefeated up until I hit platinum. So I played 6 games in gold, one of those games, and then obviously 4 games here plus the 1 game I lost. So I guess that's about 11 games or so. Yeah, so the deck has done pretty well. I wish I did record it, but I was kind of busy doing other stuff, so I didn't really wasn't in the mood to talk and record and play at the same time. So um, yeah, so let's go ahead and play a couple games, and we'll see where this goes with some of the changes. Hopefully, I can show them off. Hopefully, you get some good games and um, kind of show off some of the changes I made and how the deck has changed. The in-game sounds quite loud. Let me turn it down. Okay, totally keepable hand. We have a Coma on turn 4 if our opponent doesn't do anything. Green deck. This bodes well for us. If it plays anything that's a threat, we can... Oh, it's not really a threat, I guess. So I don't think I need to really do anything there. Oh, that's a lot of lands. I could have the Archmage Charm up turn after. Unfortunately, I started with the Godless. That's what I hate, is starting with this damn card. So we can't always get the Archmage Charm up. I mean, I could get rid of this thing. It's not really, imperative, I guess. Let me just put it on board to be a blocker and just use this. Yeah, sure. Might as well. Or I guess I could have just left my mana open and just cast this thing for later. Sure. So I guess we can just attack. I don't see him blocking this thing. This one red source, I don't see any way of him stopping the Coma from coming out. I need to make this thing holographic. He would have to deal 6 damage to this thing right now, otherwise the coma is gonna survive whatever damage he's gonna do. Oh, I guess he could have dealt 6. Wow. 8 of 2 cards and still got a token out of it, so I guess I'm okay with that. Okay. Not the greatest situation to be in. So we can either save or counter spell, or Faithful Mending next turn to try to get rid of some of these lands. Don't see a reason for us to attack here. Let's just leave up some blocker in case he does something crazy. We are technically up cards, so... What is this? Nah, I can just counter. I'm not quite sure what his strategy is. That seems like a good draw. Yeah, let's just play it. I can probably play a land here, and then probably discard these two to a Faithful. If he kills it, we can still Unburial Rights this, or unearth it, I guess. And then it's gonna be, if we reanimate the Coma next turn, we'll have a coil here to protect him in case he tries to double bolt it or something. We don't mind losing the Sky Enclave right now, if he does attack it. Yeah, like if he wants to, I think he could like Stomping Giant this thing, I guess. That's fine. Okay, I like this. Why not get the Jintaxius out? Is my philosophy here. We can draw 7 and just overwhelm it with advantage at this point. Yeah, we ditch the Emercy in here. Just call creature next turn, or just instances. It doesn't matter at this point. Unless he can do some sort of infinite damage, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I probably should block some stuff here, so I don't like just straight up die. And double block. I mean, I don't mind trading my entire board, I'll be honest. Because he's already out of resources. I think we can just do this. much mana is that? 3. Here I can probably get a coma. I think a coma would be the best choice here. Make him almost impossible to attack into me. Or at least very punishing. I think I want to do this and not do the priest, because the priest would probably kill me. Hmm. He attacks. I guess he could still attack and deal damage, so I think a coma is gonna be the way to go here. I guess we could do more blockers. I don't think there's any way for, unless he has unholy heat, I don't think there's a way for him to deal with the coma. It's fine. I think. Next turn I can get Sarah's out, call the creatures, and I think we should be able to attack the game, maybe? I do want to get rid of the Rager though, because that Rager might kill us. I guess we should also be fine too. So once we get the yeah, there you go. He won't be able to target us with the Rager attacks, and we would just run him over. I have let's see, 11 power. Let's put us on the 2-turn clock. Even if he attacks, I think he has to target. Yeah, he's a target. If he can't target me with his creature's ability, the game is basically over. I guess I could have done that too. I could have I forgot that he couldn't target me with the the Rage Forger's ability. So I could have just went her last turn, but I mean, I wanted to kill him like within the next couple of turns, so I wanted to use Coma to apply pressure, and I don't think I was at risk of dying anyways. So I had the mendings and a couple other ways to heal, so I think that was okay. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind trading my entire board because I knew I would be able to make it up. Maybe if I didn't trade, I would have died quicker because of all the amount of damage he would have done to me. And then he would be able to attack again with the creatures that, I left alive if I didn't block. Okay. Yeah, so we get a lot of 2-land hands like this, but like, with the like something like this, we can definitely keep, we don't have to worry too much. Okay, we did get another land, which is nice. We just don't have much to play on turn 1 for the most part. What is he playing? The question here is if I want to chart a course. I think I do. I think I want to chart a course here. So we have lands. That's perfect. We don't have the extra blue source, though. That kind of sucks. Oh, that's perfect. We just not do anything. If he casts something scary, we could just negate. If not, we'll just cycle. I think he's not gonna allow us to, cast anything crazy. That's what I presume. So I'm keeping the Unburials in here, in my hand, so that I can double cast it in case he does have one negate. I can just recast it again. So I'm gonna play a little bit slower since he is it. Let's just try to speed through our deck a little bit more. Try to find some way to get more cards in the grave and heal and draw. I think I want to keep the tower though. It's my 1-of copy, so I need more lands. Probably draw more lands anyways. Okay, so first we'll try. See if he runs into a negate. That's cool. He's tapped out. So what we do here, Stitch Supply, sack it, because next turn we do want to bring the... Okay, I guess we don't need to now. I do want to keep more mana open though. I do want to sack it, but even if I do keep the mana open, I don't have anything to really do. Maybe I'll do it. So sack it. That way I can Faithful Mending. Maybe get a better payoff with this Shield Drift. And is it color? I don't know. Unless he double bolts it or something, I don't really know how much he's gonna be able to, how much damage he's gonna be able to deal to it. He spends 2 cards to do that. That's fine. I assume maybe he's a Phoenix deck too, but I haven't seen anything Phoenixy. Really? Oh, okay. So if he's doing that, he lost so many cards just to deal with that. Perfectly fine with me. Wars regretted that attached creature controls. That I have no idea what that does. I'll be real honest. Okay, that's fine. I think I want to kill that thing. I still want to keep my Archmage Charm on the Stitch Supplier. Let's do this. I think I'm safe to Stitch Supply. And Burials, okay. That makes this a lot better. I still don't have enough mana, unfortunately. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I was gonna view the battlefield, but I was thinking of bringing back Shieldridge, which would kill that thing again. And I guess he was a one-shot combo deck also, but he ended up spending a lot of mana doing all of that. Trying to go to Shieldred, but I didn't really have any crazy payoffs. But I guess you can't leave a Shieldred on there. I did have more Stitch suppliers, which would potentially enable me to get even bigger payoffs. I think he lost 4 cards. He did the axe twice on it. Oh crap! Kind of a shitty hand. It's a real slow hand. He mulligan. I think I want a mulligan because my hand's pretty slow. It's not that great either, but we do have Uncharted. Keep 6. I'm gonna return one of the black cards. Mainly because I don't have any freaking black source right now. Still no black source. What the hell? Uh-oh. Are we playing a mirror match? We might. Oh shit. Damn. Alright. This is the first time I've seen an actual mirror match. I don't have a black source. I don't know if I'll be able to outrace him before he gets out with Jin Saxia. I could try to mending now. No, I think I wanted to go chart a course. Try to find a black source almost immediately. Ah, yeah, he's gonna get Jin's next turn. Damn, dude, I never thought I would run into my own deck. Shit. Not much I can do about this. No black source. I mean, I can revive something next turn too. Let's try this. I know for sure he's getting Jin now, without a doubt. He has it set up. I don't. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine, sir. I don't think I need this right now. Maybe I misplayed there too. Maybe I should have dumped the burials and try to get something, but crap. I messed up. Alright, alright. That's not gonna answer a Jin Taxius. And I was hoping for a black source. Holy moly. Oh, I did get a black source, but crap. Yeah, I screwed up there. If I gotten a dream trawler out, no, I would have gotten a Sarah's Emercy out, but that wouldn't have helped. Yeah, maybe I should have pitched the dream trawler, but what can I do here? I know for sure I probably should play Stitches here. I'm gonna lose my whole hand regardless. So I might as well use it. And no pray I have. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all gonna go away. I have my graveyard set up. We'll see. But he's playing with Jin Taxia. Well, more ahead of me. Platinum Angel. I never really cared for Platinum Angel. I guess we can hope he decks out, maybe? See? If we can get a Shield Dread out, maybe, but... So, I mean, the cool thing is we still got a hand, technically, right? We're just really behind. I don't have my own Jin Taxia to deal with his. I'm thinking Coma is gonna be... Do I have Coma? Yeah, I think Coma is gonna be the best threat here. Dream Trawler drawing me a card a turn's not gonna be the greatest, and I'm not gonna be able to protect the Dream Trawler. Unless he has Counterspell? Negate? Okay. It's one negate. I guess if he leaves up his mana like this and he keeps fixing his hand with the Jin Taxius, then yeah, I have no way to deal with that. I assume he's gonna have another Counterspell. No, but he's kind of tapping out. We'll see. If we can stall him out for 2 turns, maybe? I won't be dead next turn, right? No. Doesn't have a Counterspell somehow. Then my best bet here is to call a Sarah's, but I assume it's a Counterspell. Just try to protect myself. Ugh. But now I'm locked out of the rest of the game. Yeah, he has another Counterspell. Yeah. I'm not too sure why he keeps drawing, unless he's trying to get rid of the Jin. But yeah, that's 2 turns. I'm gonna take 13 next turn. No, he's got it. He's got it. If he mills another 3, he might be dead next turn. Is he gonna... Oh. Nothing kills us. But Platinum Angel is... Oh yeah, we can't do anything with his board, but we can hope he mills out. Oh yeah, he lost. I don't know why he did that. Now he decks himself out. Wait, no, actually he can kill me with this turn. Ah, he had haste with this thing, the Olivia. I guess if he didn't have haste, no, even I guess if he didn't have haste, he had this right here, the Elvish Norn, which buffs him up. If I could probably survive these 2 attack. I was like, okay, he could mill himself out, but yeah, he just had the haste there. Oh well. He got the Jin Taxi out and the Counterspell up, so couldn't win that one there. Yeah, you could do. I was thinking of doing Mardu also, or not Mardu, the four-color version, but it seems really, really greedy. So I think I'll stick with just Esper. I'm more comfortable with the Esper build rather than going Mardu with Fateless Looting. I think I prefer Uncharted over Fateless Looting, but yeah, because playing four-color definitely makes your mana base a lot worse. That game there, it was just anyone's game. Whoever went first and could never get the Unburial out and get their threats out, uh, wins there. So I'm not too sad about that. The rest, hmm, interesting. I'm gonna be greedy here and just put a priest on the empty board. If I get lucky next turn, or he spends his time trying to remove the priest, he'll buy me some time too. It's fine. So the cool thing about the deck is like you're technically having more cards in the graveyard here. Let's go do that. Let me check. Stitches. Probably don't need this. Get rid of stitches at this point. I have Vorinclex next turn, I guess. And we can just keep reviving Vorinclex. I'll lock him out for a couple of turns. I don't think he's gonna attack the Dread Horde into the Vorinclex. Also, like the thing I like about this deck is, if they're playing hand disruption, discarding stuff for us, it actually helps us. I'm sure he's gonna take the Uncharted course. That's an interesting choice. I mean, he could just get rid of the Charter Course, man. It doesn't matter to me as much. Okay. Hmm. I kind of want to get rid of the. I think I have enough mana for this. I do. Draw 2 cards. Yes, it's all going to according to plan. If it gets Crocs out, doesn't matter. He's also stuck with the dealing with Vorinclex. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game for him. Yeah, definitely a bad matchup, I want to say. Like, it's cool. You can get rid of like, cards in my hand, but unless you have something like a soul lantern or something like that, it just basically powers through my deck too. Don't really need a hand to play once I have stuff in the graveyard, because your graveyard is a resource here. I could have went for the Dream Trawler, but I think going for the Jin Taxius was better. It applies pressure to his own hand, and it refills my hand in case something goes wrong here. In case he gets a board wipe or something, I still have cards to play. In terms of getting rid of the Jin Taxi, I have no idea if I can get rid of that super easily. But I mean, drawing another 7 cards, I'll probably find like a bone shard or something to get rid of it. All right. All right, I'll probably do one more game, and then call it there. Big Daddy Ugin. Sure, keepable hand. Probably play the Watery into the Hollow, and pray we get another non godless. I really hate this card. I wish we had uh, something else, but that's fine. Or something that's like, you know, that gives us blue that doesn't tap us, you know what I mean? I think this is how I'm gonna play the hand. Now we just need to dig. Oh, we do have the revival spell, so next turn we can revive the Vorinclex and make a big deal out of nothing. I think I will play the Drown though. Just in case. Nah. I definitely want to get the Vorinclex out next turn, so maybe I'll do this so I don't take the damage. Because I also don't want to take too much damage, because, you know, they are playing Gruul. If he gets an ooze out or something, we'll be screwed. But let's see what he does. I guess I guess at that point I should have maybe left the Archmage Charm up in case he does get ooze out. So I'm a little greedy here. A little greedy. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. Fine. You do you. I guess I don't know if I want to keep one in my hand in case something happens. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna be a little bit greedy here. Let's just go for this. He would need an Embercleave in order to beat this, I think. I don't know what I can survive here, how much damage I can take. Let's count. Probably just block this for sure. he has that though. Double shard plus blocker plus this. We can also mending to heal. Let's try the mending first. Oh, you're not gonna need any of our lands now. Perhaps. Oh shit, I messed up. I wanted to cast. Crap, I kind of screwed up there. I shouldn't have used the hollow. Oh, I still have one blue. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Got a card. Yeah, crap, I messed up there. I should have taken something else out. I don't know if I can race him. No. I can block one thing. I think I messed up there, shit. Hmm. At least he drew another land. Wait. Okay, we're safe now, kinda. The mending will heal us, I guess. Yeah, I definitely. I don't know if I definitely misplayed that. I should have used. I should have tapped this for double white. Might as well heal up here. Nice. We are still alive, baby. This is a blocker in case he decides to smack us with something. Yeah, I should have took the other small thing. But we will die the next turn though. To the ruins. I definitely could have played that better. And we can't kill him yet. That's a sucky thing. I don't know what I could draw that would heal me. Yeah, I misplayed during this thing right here. Definitely. If we draw another Faithful Mending, I guess we'll be fine. I guess he's gonna try it again. Doesn't have double red to activate the thing. I'm gonna have to try to race him. I should have maybe raced him last turn, but if I did, I think the Gruul would have just ran over Sky Enclave and kill me. Right now, you know, no matter what, I think I'm gonna lose, so I think I'm just gonna try to race him. I'm gonna deal one more point of damage. Is that enough? No, I don't think that's enough. To activate that? No, he spent his... He's 1 mana short. It doesn't have trample, though. Alright, well, we can fringe another thing here. If he attacks, can block with the Boring Klex and stuff. And heal up again. He's locked out of his mana. If I attack him, I'm not gonna be able to kill him. Let's just see what it does. If he commits to the rune and attacking, I think we'll be in a good spot. Oh shit, well, that kind of sucks. Hmm. Problem is what do I want to block that would let me live? I think I blocked the questing beast and everything else, and then just call the Emercy. Cause he's gonna deal. It has trample too, so it kind of sucks. Take the 4, I'm down to 3. No matter what, I'm trying to figure out what takes the least amount of damage. And what's more problematic? I think the tree's more problematic. Let's see. Let's just double block. Let's see what happens. Let me get the questing thingy. Yeah, I'm 1 HP short. Oh! I'm alive! Wait. Huh. Except I'm still dead to the runes. Maybe. No. Oh, 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 oh. He only ruined me one next turn, right? You won't have enough red mana. Yeah, we win by the arrows of her butthole. That was a game to end all games right there. We just had to trap him long enough so he couldn't use the runes to kill us. Heal just enough so that he missed lethal on every account. And yeah, that was an insane game. Holy crap. I don't know if there's any way for him to get out of it. We can't take damage off his creatures. And I mean, I misplayed quite a bit there. But I think, yeah, blocking it just so we can survive. Pray we drew something, and I mean, our deck gave us this thing, but obviously we didn't have enough health to cast it. But it gave us the freaking Unburial, and that was amazing. That's what I needed at that point. So it casted 3 Unburials right there. Cast all 4 Mendings, so that meant I healed. I healed the least. 16 life that game. Dang. I guess he's just being salty and he's just not forfeiting. But wow, that was a game. I can end it on that and be good. I guess if he's gonna do that, then he's gonna have to watch me emote then. The fairy one's great. I love that Teferi emote. Which other emotes can I do? I need to buy one more. I need to buy the new blood one, but I've been spending all my gold on the animated cards, which I don't know if it's gonna be worth it anymore. If Arcane ruins the format, and I hope it doesn't ruin the format. But yeah. The other ones I have, nope. He's just being really salty about that. I think he missed lethal a few times. Well, he never had the double red source. So he could do 1 runes, but he wouldn't be able to do the second one. Like, I guess his best chance was when the Emercy came out and he gave him another red. But the Land of War Elves weren't going to do anything. Well, there you go, guys. Seen some pretty amazing game there. Like, that was... I mean, I think my decision during this point right here, when I was doing this part, I for sure screwed up somewhere. Like, the time was running out and I just couldn't really think. So, I think what I should have done, like, I can't remember the board state, but I think I had like 6 cards in hand. The main mistake was doing the unhollow fountains. I think I could have waited on that. I needed double white, because double white would made it so I didn't have to shock in my godless, which kind of defeated the purpose of using faithful to try to draw something. So like I definitely screwed up there, because I forgot I had Vorinclex on the board and I could just tap for double white, because I think Vorinclex just adds an additional color of whatever you do, right? Any type that land produce. Yeah, so I could have added whichever. I think at that point, maybe I should have just manually tapped my lands rather than letting the system automatically do it, which I think the auto tapping kind of screwed me that game, or screwed me that turn, because I definitely would have did like double tap for black here, double tap for white, double tap for blue, one of these, go from there. but I fumbled that one for sure. And I thought we were for sure gonna lose it. Like he had so much pressure on us. Like the top deck to into the second questing beast was major. Like he misplayed on the ghouls, I think, on the spellbreaker ghouls, but I mean that's fine. I misplayed on my end too, but um the questing beast, double questing beast, and not being able to trump block with my sky skyclave kind of sucked because like if I could have killed this tree, blocked this tree with the boring Klex, and then block like the um the questing beast, I would have been fine. I would have been a little bit healthier. But the fact that you know it, the result was that I couldn't block. I could only choose one thing to block, or you know, um, had to block it somewhat inefficiently. But that saved me the game though because I blocked the burning tree with Sky Enclave, gave me 2 additional health there, so that I could survive one of this direct damage. His only other way to maybe kill me if he plays Bone Crusher Giant and just shoot me in the face. Um, by him getting landlocked and kind of Born Klex kind of screwing with his mana, he had the land of War Elves though, so I think he was in good shape in terms of land. Like the Vorinclex wasn't totally hurting him, but I think the way he tapped out certain things, I don't know. Maybe if he triggered the runes a little bit earlier, and threatened lethal that way, I think it would have been better rather than saving the runes for the last thing, you know. Yeah, the last reanimation there, I guess wouldn't have mattered. But dang, yeah, that was a close game. But yeah, we I think played 3 4 games there and one lost just the one to the quote unquote mirror match. Um, it sucks that he got Jin taxi us out and I didn't, but whatever. It happens. So there are other reanimator decks in this format, but yeah, I'm really liking this deck right now. It's in a good spot. I want to say having at least a 70% to 80% win rate means you can easily climb using just the best of one, and also means you're getting in a lot more games a lot quicker, and you don't really lose to like um you're not we're only really weak to like anti-grave decks, which is not something you will see a lot of. And this deck is a little bit better than a burn deck or an aggro deck, a Gruul aggro deck, just because you don't run out of steam as quickly. Well, I mean, you do run out of steam, but your steam, like this stuff, makes a huge impact on the board and generally will generate enough advantage on their own to put you back in the game. Um, like you saw there, he played negate over Archmage's Charm, which I think could possibly be a good way to do it. Because if you really are afraid of board wipes and stuff like that, interaction, then you could just not play Archmage Charm. There are times where Archmage kind of does suck, but I mean I still like you know drawing two and stealing stuff. But if you wanted to be more mana efficient, you can probably get rid of the Archmage Charm and play like Negate instead, or or Dovin's Veto, I guess, just in case. But I think Negate is a little bit easier to cast in this deck. It's just 1 blue, so yeah, if you wanted to, you could do Dovin's Veto main deck, um, or Test of Talents even, just something to stop them from removing your board. In that sense, he just used it to stop my Unburials, which was good enough for him because he was a turn ahead of me anyways. Um, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I'll maybe play another game or two next coming weeks and take it from there. See you guys next time.